cut back on the wages and the health care of their workers. So today we say that if many of these big, profitable corporations, if they want government contracts, they're going to have to start treating their workers with respect and with dignity. And when we talk about justice, it is not only the enormous disparities of wealth and income that exist in this country in general, it is the enormous racial disparities that exist as well. And what this campaign will be about, and our government will be about, is once and for all ending institutional racism from one end of the country to the other. I want to say a word to the younger generation, and that is that despite an explosion of technology, despite a huge increase in worker productivity, your generation, if we do not change it, will for the first time in modern America have a lower standard of living than your parents. Now, we all love our parents, but we don't want to have a lower standard of living than our parents. We don't want more debt. We don't want lower wages. We don't want not to be able to buy our own home. Now, I've got 4 kids and I've got 7 grandchildren, and downward mobility is not something that I will tolerate. And when we talk about justice, it's not just economic justice, it is not just racial justice, it is political justice. And that means that together we are going to end a corrupt, and I use that word advisedly, a corrupt political system which allows billionaires to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to buy elections. And together we are going to overturn that disastrous Supreme Court decision called Citizens United. But it is not just Citizens United. You got cowardly Republican governors all over this country who are doing everything they can to keep poor people and people of color and young people from voting. They are suppressing the vote. You know, it is hard for me to believe, it really is, that you have people who are so cowardly and so afraid of free and fair elections that they go out of their way to make it hard for people who will vote against them to participate in our political process. And I say, as somebody who's run for office many times in Vermont, I say to those Republican governors, if you don't have the guts to participate in free and fair elections, get out of politics and get another job. What we believe is that we should make it easier for people to vote, not harder. What we believe is that we want to end a situation in which we have in this country one of the lowest voter turnout rates. We want to see one of the highest voter turnout rates. Now, I want to mention to you that over the last 4 years, in many ways, we have made a lot of progress. When I first came to North Carolina 4 years ago, and we expressed and talked about our agenda